All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Boofy. We back with another reaction. We're gonna be rocking with a Jimmy High Roller video. We need to have a conversation about Wemby. Let's check it out. Wembanyama is gonna be the greatest basketball player of all time, in my opinion, when it's all said and done. LeBron, man, you can hold your title for another 10, 15 years because Wemby, by the time he hits his 20th year, if he's healthy, is gonna be the greatest basketball player of all time. But let's watch this video. We need to have a conversation about Wemby. Let's get it, man.
I've watched a lot of basketball, seen a lot of players come and go. I've seen players take over the game, change the game, climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a lot, but I have never in my life seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. And after what we've witnessed over the past week, many NBA fans, including myself, are left with a question that we didn't think we'd be asking, and certainly not this early. Is Victor Wembanyama the best basketball talent we have ever seen?
Honestly, he is. He's 7'5", 7'6", with an 8-foot wingspan, dribbling like Curry, shooting like Curry, bodying people up. I want to say like Shaq, but he's definitely bodying people up, you know, in the paint, getting blocks like he's Akeem Olajuwon, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be a defensive player for at least, I'm going to say he's going to have a defensive title in at least 4 of the next 7 years, or a defensive, defensive player of the year. That's my guess. Wemby's that good. He's averaging, what, like 4-3 blocks a game? I mean, he can get up to 10 blocks a game. Man. He could probably get a quadruple double with points, rebounds, assists, and blocks, which is kind of crazy to think about.
A figment of our basketball imagination.
Jimmy High Roller, shout out. Makes one of the best basketball content out there.
Today's video is sponsored by
but we ain't gonna watch that, though. We gotta skip that. Boom.
Play that only one.
All right, you got your little 30
What you're about to
seconds
see is a play that only one person on the planet can make.
Clowney trying to go right back.
Hey, I reacted to that.
Right there. And then
That's what I'm saying. Wemby's goated, man. 2 blocks back to back. Dribbles it up the court like a point guard. Remember, he's 7 foot something. Pulls up from damn near logo. Nothing but net. Call it glaze. But I just see greatness.
Back-to-back blocks at the rim, then takes the ball coast to coast and puts in a 30-footer. If you didn't see this with your own eyes, you'd think it was a work of fiction. It isn't fair, really, for a player of Wemby's size to be able to do this.
It's
but
literally
these are
not fair.
Highlights. This is just what his game looks like. Like this play here, where Wemby puts on a spin move from outside the elbow and not only dunks it, he almost spun his way past the rim. Or this play here, where he has 1 foot outside of the paint on this drive. The ball already passed him at this point, and yet he somehow pins it against the glass on the opposite side.
Wow.
Wemby went from here to here in less than a second.
Yeah, 0.5.
Or how about this play here, where Herb Jones draws Wemby away from the rim and gets him to bite on the fake. Victor is out of position. His back is to the ball. He's trying to guard 2 guys at the same time. Take a wild guess at how this play ends.
A block.
bring a lot of jobs, allow the rodeo to flourish.
Look at that. 360 like he's Flight, doing his football moves in basketball.
Well,
yeah, he blocked it. But
Flight
of
was
all
right,
the
man.
reality-altering plays Wemby has made in just his first week of this NBA season, there was one play in particular that had fans around the world questioning everything they knew about basketball.
lively denied.
Look at the stat line real quick. Look at the stat line. Hold on.
Knew about basketball.
Hold on. Wemby on the bottom right there. 23 points, 9 for 15 field goals, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and it's 9 minutes to go in the third.
Lively denied. Emphatically.
Spam the over on Prize Picks.
It's like playing against your dad in the driveway when you're 8 years old. What do you do?
Like, look at that, man.
Wemby 3.
And 1. Bro.
Dude.
This is greatness. Look at tween, hezzy, crossover, drive,
What do you do?
step back, pull up, and 1. It's fucking... Bro, I don't give a fuck if I glaze. This is the best basketball player of all time. The talent we have seen is unmatched. It's literally an alien. It's a demigod. It's 2016 2K demigods in real life. That's what we're watching right now.
Here's question.
It's crazy.
There is nothing you can do. I just watched a 7'6" demigod make a 7-footer look like a child, then take him down the court to hit him with a tween crossover behind the back, step back 3 for an and 1.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And Lively, bro, something's in my eye. Hold on. And Lively is he's like what, 6'11" at least. He has to be a 7-footer. He's their center. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Talent, man.
And
Talent.
in an instant, it felt like everything I knew about the game of basketball was wrong. We knew the concept of Victor Wembanyama. We saw the frame and the competitiveness, and we saw flashes of what he was capable of. And through his first 2 seasons, it felt like we saw where his game was heading. But what we witnessed in just his first 4 games of this season has blown the top off of all of that. Coming into the season, Victor was ranked as the 5th best player in the league according to most sources. And this, to many fans, felt like a gross overestimation, especially since he was sidelined for the second half of last season. Sure, we knew he was probably going to take a leap this season, but nobody was expecting this.
40 points, 15 for 21, 15 rebounds, no turnovers. 4th player since 1977-78 season with 40-plus points, 15-plus rebounds, and 0 turnovers. Victor Wembanyama, the greatest basketball player of all
Through
time.
4 games, Victor is averaging 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game on nearly 60-40-80 splits. 31, 14, and 5 while playing only 32 minutes a night. Stats that jump off the box score as an early MVP favorite. But
I was about to say, he's definitely my early MVP favorite. I did say Luka was going to have an MVP season, but Victor Wembanyama scoring 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 or how many assists? Probably like 3 assists, 5 blocks. Wemby might hold it down this year, man. And it's only his 3rd season, I believe, or is it his 4th? Nah, definitely it's his 3rd season. But
what has really warped my brain over the last week is just how much his stats, as incredible as they are underselling just how monumental Wemby has been. On defense, he is a black hole. Anything that comes near him is either sent away or redirected. His 5 blocks a night aren't even capturing how offenses are legitimately avoiding him and anything around the rim when he's down there. In their game against the Raptors, I counted 10 different instances where a player passed up on their drive, picked up their dribble, or just avoided what should have been an easy look just because of Wemby's presence alone.
And seeing this is actually crazy because Anthony Davis did the same thing when he played Wemby. He wasn't driving. He wasn't playing physical. He was second-guessing himself. Wemby is a defensive masterclass, and not only are his blocks showing it, but him just being on the court and his presence alone shows so much. It just makes the defense that much better for the Spurs. You know what I mean? It shows so much, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Just
look at this last one here.
RJ, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Barrett blows
homies
past
don't know
Devin
what
Vassell,
to do
sees
once they see
Wemby and
Wemby.
just, here, you take it. I promise you,
you see
RJ
what I mean?
was not planning on rifling.
That's the definition of Intimidator, the badge in 2K. You know what I'm saying?
A chest pass to his teammate standing 3 feet away from him after beating his man off the dribble. He just saw Wemby and panicked. How exactly do you measure this panic factor? Because this doesn't really show up in the box score. But you know what does? According to the NBA's head-to-head matchup tool, so far this season, Wemby has guarded 40 different players. That's about 10 different players each game. He's seen every look you can get. And in total, these 40 players shot 64 times throughout 4 games. Out of these 64 shots, they made 19 of them. Wemby's matchups this season have a field goal percentage of 29.7%. Nearly 21% worse than when he's not guarding them. The kid is single-handedly breaking offenses. And speaking of offense, whatever he worked on with Hakeem in the offseason, it's working.
He worked with
The
Hakeem?
league should have terminated those workouts the moment those photos surfaced.
Nah, he was working with Hakeem this offseason? Oh my God, write it down. This is the greatest basketball player of all time. It's plain and simple. I said this in his rookie year. I said this last year, and I'm saying it now. He's the greatest basketball player we have ever seen. The talent, the size, the athleticism, the shooting, the IQ is gonna get there. How old is he? He's younger than me, and I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for Wemby to be like this good at that young, bro, greatness. And I know I'm glazing. I know I'm glazing. I don't give a rat's ass though. You know what I'm saying? This is the GOAT. This is basketball. People love basketball. This is basketball right here. Wemby's basketball. The new face of the league. It's not Ant, it's not Ja, it's not Luka. It's Wemby. The new face of the league when LeBron leaves.
Because now it's too late, and we're all in trouble. Abandoning his 3-point heavy shot selection from last season, Wemby is now working from virtually every spot on the court. He's facing up from the elbow, he's getting his back to the basket and just going over whoever's attempting to guard him. He's added this footwork to his game that is almost startling to watch, not just because of how rare this his skill is in today's league, but also because no human being of his size should be able to move like that. And he's got this mid-range bag now that has really opened up his game. How exactly do you stop a player who's a good enough shooter that you have to respect his jumper and crowd him, but can also get to the rim in about one step from anywhere on the court?
Bro, that is
How do
what
you
I'm
stop
saying,
this?
dude. You
How
can't
do you
stop that.
this?
You
Oh,
can't.
I know.
Anthony
You can't.
Davis,
Wemby
best
is
defensive
one
player
hezzy
almost
pull-up
in the
away
league.
from being a KD Hakeem hybrid. And as twisted as it sounds, that still feels like I'm selling his game short.
Which is insane. A KD Hakeem mold. Add Curry in there, because fuck it, this man's a strap shooter,
He has
dog.
been playing so out of his
Golly.
mind this past week. It genuinely felt like there was a mass awakening among NBA fans around the world. A fracture in basketball's timeline.
Yup.
Am I watching the most talented player
We
to
are.
ever touch a basketball?
We are.
Not
We
in
are.
terms of greatness
We
or
are.
accomplishments or any of that, but just sheer ability and potential. For a brief moment, the thought did cross my mind, but I knew that was a terrible overreaction to a great opening game
Fuck
and
no.
opening week.
Fuck
But then
no.
I saw the reactions from other fans, and the more I saw, the more I realized I wasn't alone. This reaction was almost universal.
He looked at Anthony Davis and treated him like an 8th grader.
He abused them. With all due respect to AD, he abused them.
I've never thought this way about like Jokic and SGA, even LeBron, who I think is the greatest of all time. This kid is different. I hope to God he stays healthy because he
Me
has
too.
a chance to be the greatest player of all
Me
time.
too.
I agree. And truly a talent we've probably never seen before, and we never will again.
But what?
Look at we got DeMarcus Cousins, Chandler Parsons. Is that Lou Williams on the right? Saying this is the greatest talent we've ever seen. Like, we got NBA players saying it. So for me to say it's not crazy.
Truly a talent we've probably
And
never
it's not
seen
glazed,
before,
bro.
and we never will
It's
again.
not glazed, dog.
But what
It's
he
facts.
did in that game,
This is facts right now.
My eyes are seeing something that I don't think I've seen before. That like
That's 100%.
I can't like compare him to anybody. For all of the years we've been watching basketball, I can't compare him to anybody.
They should call him CGI because it just doesn't seem
CGI is
real
crazy.
sometimes when you're watching.
We've never
When
seen
bananas.
Wemby. We've never seen no shit like Wemby.
Like, I'm watching him and I'm like, I'm not really sure how you defend it. You don't really defend this.
You don't.
It
You
broke my
can't.
basketball brain.
It's hard to imagine that a 21-year-old in a league stacked
He's 21. He's 21.
with the most talent
He's
it's
barely legal to be in a bar.
ever had might be the best player in the world. But then you watch him play, and the idea of him being the best is easier to imagine than his actual game itself. The best way I can describe Victor Wembanyama's game is that it feels like he's a cheat code. Like he's got real life hacks and he's just shamelessly spamming them at his convenience.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know he's not cheating,
Demigod
but
in
he's so
2K16.
unfair that it feels like he is. And personally, in all my years of watching the NBA, there's only been one other player that genuinely felt like he was hacking the game. As great as he was, LeBron, even at his peak, felt like he was still human. There were moments in the late 2000s where his size and speed were almost cheat code territory, but it never felt unfair. Some consider prime Kevin Durant a cheat code. 7-footer with a tight handle shooting 50, 40, 90. Absurd. Unicorn. But for me, not quite cheat code territory. Same goes for Jokic. A combination of brute strength, skill, and omnipresence that approaches the threshold but doesn't quite cross it. The only player that I've seen with my own two eyes that actually felt like he was bending and breaking the game I love was 2016 Steph Curry. I remember what it felt like. I remember thinking he couldn't keep it up, that he would regress back to the mean. I vividly recall watching him and thinking there is no way someone is actually this good at shooting the ball. I remember thinking to myself, I have never seen another player like this. A human cheat code. Although I didn't watch it while it was happening, prime Shaquille O'Neal is the other 21st century cheat code. A player so big and strong and athletic that it didn't matter how simple and redundant his game was. What exactly are you gonna do about it? Victor Wembanyama has now entered cheat code territory. It is simply unfair for a player to be this smooth, agile, huge, skilled, instinctive, and competitive. Where's the drawbacks? The weaknesses?
And it's actually crazy because this is modern day like Shaq, you know what I'm saying? It's unstoppable. Like, no matter what you do, he's going to get to his spot. He's going to do what he's going to do, and he's going to put up the numbers. modern day Shaq. If Spurs can get a team around him, bro, you best believe they're having another dynasty. You best believe Tim Duncan's gonna come out of retirement and fucking play with Wemby. You best believe Tony Parker is coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Did a video about the advantage of size in basketball and how if a player was big enough, their size would grant them the ultimate advantage. Pair that with skill and mobility, and he would essentially break basketball. In theory, it sounds awesome, but it's just not possible. There's always going to be some limitation. They're either too big or too stiff or not skilled enough or injury prone. But after seeing what the Monks did to Wemby, I have had to readjust my brain to the fact that a player like this does in fact exist.
And it's even more crazy because him moving like a guard, like between the legs, step back, doing all this shit like a guard is modern day basketball. It's the modern day GOATness for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, basketball only evolutionizes every single time, every single 5 years. Like, you can just tell the difference in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? And Wemby being this tall, this skilled, are only going to mean more people like him in the next generation are going to be here. And this is what basketball is going to look like. Look, it's going to look like tall Slenderman just fucking shit up. And to be in the NBA now, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you're in the NBA. Like, anybody can realistically make it. Back then, it was kind of more like a aura thing, you know what I'm saying? But fast forward, let's say another like 10 years, bro. NBA is going to be back to its aura where it's only going to be like the top of the top people in the NBA. It's only going to be the fucking freak athletes that just are born gifted in basketball in the NBA. And that's where it's headed because of players like Wemby.
Type so unrealistic, even video games won't let you conjure it up. He just makes everyone else and everything else look really normal. Like, these are all giants, all freak athletes for the most part, and he makes them look like you and me. He just looks so different out there that it's like he's actually preparing for another league above the NBA, and this is just a pit stop for him to polish his game along the way. But no, it's the best league on the planet, and he's an alien not from it. Someone said this must have been how basketball fans felt when they first saw Wilt Chamberlain in the late 50s.
Honestly,
and that person is probably right.
Honestly.
A once-in-a-lifetime physical specimen that just shatters the reality of what you thought was possible on a basketball court. It's not often that players both active and retired concede that they're witnessing something they've never seen before. And this almost never happens, where young fans, old fans, the media, everyone is anointing a player who has yet to turn all their talents into something worthy of hoisting above their head. But the reactions we're seeing to Wemby's game and his talent are not exaggerated. They're not premature. Victor Wembanyama is here, and he really is just that good.
Literally, he's literally that good. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. This video was a straight glaze, and I don't even care, honestly, because this is greatness. I don't give a fuck. I love basketball. This is basketball. Wembanyama, best basketball player of all time. We out, motherfuckers. Peace.